Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 391. Okay, there's something I forgot to do. Okay, we just did some more upgrades. I noticed that we've been getting some audio corruption going to Twitch. I think that's a new bug. I don't think it's my computer. CPU peaking.
I'm finding love, I'm hiding,
So we
I'm
have to
searching,
see.
I'm loving, I'm finding love.
Let's see how this one goes.
Fate control your body.
We're a bit late starting the UFO one today, because I did an earlier live stream and had to do a few things in between. So I don't know if anyone's going to be joining me, because it'll be early sleep time for American. So we'll see how it goes. Hello, good to be back. Let's see if the thing plays. Good to be back. Did you miss me? No. No one misses me. Now, I'm just worried about that alien head. Is it out of sync now? Or is it better in sync now? So there's always things that change with the drivers. There's always the delays here and there. Hey, we've got one watching, and so someone's out there. So it looks to me like the alien head's slightly out of sync here for me. It's only a wee bit, but I get a noticeable difference. It's probably all the extra stuff I've been installing. Probably got infection after mucking around with the other stuff. Nice to see you live. Hope you have a great weekend. Yeah, you too. I don't know if I remember seeing you before. Power to the people. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I better type up the welcome messages. I think it's is it 91 or 92 now? Because it seems to be going too fast. Let me just check. Just minimize that. Hopefully audio sounding good. And like I said, we just done a few upgrades before we started. And hoping upgrades improve the sound, not make it worse, because we always run into problems. Okay. What was our last one we did? It was 390, so it is 391 this time. It is late at night here, and I've been non-stop computer stuff for the last 3 days, trying to suss out things, but you never know, you might get infection with some of the software that you download. It's always a bit of a pain. You always take a risk. It's amazing what evil people are out there probably writing viruses. They should be helping us write viruses that stops government spying on us and Men in Black. And those type of people block the back doors, and I'm pretty sure there is under Windows 10. All those updates they keep pumping out, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, so I need to create a new folder. So I knew I forgot something, and I need to type up a welcome message too. Live stream. This won't be a very long show, but we'll see how it goes. Did I say 391? 391. I might have to do a birthday cake soon. We're 9 away then from... I forgot to put stuff at the end of it. Normally I tell it what it's about, but we'll just pad it out next time. when I finish the show. Yeah, man, saw you a couple of times live, always late for me, 12 p.m. Yeah, so depends where you are in the world. Right now would be ideal for UK. So I suppose you're from that side of the world. If only the world was flat, you know. Oh, what happened there? Something crazy went then. So I'm still testing out this new mouse, and hopefully it's not causing any problems. How's the audio sound, and any crackle, any craziness? Twitch has been dropping quite a few packets, which is a bit shame. My last live, I was doing a music one, and it had missing bits you can see here. So I just finished that one up. If you've not seen it, if you're interested in music, MIDI, emulating old top-of-the-line Roland gear, it's a lot of fun, and you can play it on your keyboard. But of course, you have to get the ROMs. The ROMs have got copyright and licensing agreement, and I can do it because I own one of these modules, and it's sitting up in the cupboard collecting dust. And I still don't know if it works. As you know, old gear just dies even if you're not using it. Should last 20 years technically, and it's getting up to that year mark for this thing, 1987. So 20 years, that makes it way past the expiry date, isn't it? By about 13 years. So yeah, hopefully it still works. Last time I tested it was about 2002, and it's still running quite fine. I don't see why electronics should die, but there are things like capacitors dry out, and although that could be repaired. But yeah, enough on that. Let's get on with the UFO stuff. Yeah, I haven't typed up my welcome message. Like I said, this one is not prepared. It's just going to be on the fly. Like we usually do. I've got some tabs there that I've done in the past few days anyway, but I haven't managed to look at much UFO stuff because I've been working on other projects. Live-391, UFO catch-up I call it, to see what the big channels have been pushing out as real UFOs, and see if we can see if they're correct or not. And other noise I call it. So let's start off. What do we got coming up? Okay, the first one, I think it was in Mexico. So let's see what they've been up to since I've been not looking. I'm sure they've got some more out today. Oh yes, they have too. What is this one? Clickbait. What is the heck? Otherworldly life form. So you're going to click it to see what they're talking about, right? So we're coming back to that one. What's the next clickbait here? Justin, crazy, otherworldly craft over major airports. So we have to come to that one too. And looks like we're a few behind. Amazingly clear, broad day flying disc. I think I may have covered that one already. And this one we touched on. I think
There's
it
shit
is.
that I've seen in a long
Yeah, we touched on it before, so you can see how much we played. So let's have a look at this one. I said it looked like reflection of dashboard lights, but I have actually looked into it a bit deeper, and I think I found the thing that's causing it. So yeah, we'll just have a look at this again, and I'll just check out the volumes. I think it was quite loud if I remember right.
of Uruguay. A citizen there was driving in his pickup truck. He looked up into the night sky and noticed something massive. He began to proceed and pull out his cell phone, and he captured one of the most incredible videos of a mothership that I've seen in a long time.
See, that just makes me sick to the guts. A mothership, right? Straight away. How do they know it's a mothership? I'll just move that over a bit. There are some string legs though, is there? Well, there shouldn't be. Shouldn't be any string legs. Let's see. I think it's a new problem. I'm on fiber here, and it says I've got a 1 gigabit connection here. I should have been able to throw quite a lot at it, including 4K and 8K. So yeah, I'm not sure why would suddenly be getting lags unless the update software for Minicam has caused another glitch in the matrix. Okay, so how loud was that?
Un poco el foco. Cambia de colores. De todos los colores. Esto solamente se ve a través de el parabrisas de la camioneta. Estoy adentro de la camioneta y filmándolo a través de...
Is it a mothership? Is it something extraterrestrial in origin? Or is this some kind of secret Space Force program? This is an incredible sighting that's going on right now, and I'm so happy to share this with you. It's incredible, and
yeah, so they're selling us horse crap, basically. Secret Space Force and all that nonsense. If anything, it's going to be something really mundane, especially coming out of South America. Like I said, South America is like the hoax capital of UFO stuff now, isn't it? And you got Jaime Maussan, that's like the host presenter for it all down there. And of course, a lot of these people don't earn very much money, and they think, oh well, I'll just sell the footage to this Jaime guy. He's got his own TV network for this sort of stuff. And bingo, you got balloon UFOs and reflections and hoaxes. You know, you remember the famous monkey that they set on fire and dumped it into acid or something, you know, and made it look like an alien. But yeah, Jaime Maussan actually paid quite a lot of money for that, I think, from the frauds in the end, and he got it tested and all that. Eventually they found out it was a small type of monkey. So yeah, here is the reflection, and like I said, I did some analysis on it, and I'm not sure if there's any more footage, but you can see here it looks kind of a bit cut off here. So the next video, it actually has a different source. It looks like a photograph of the same reflection, and it's got some extra lights here on the end over here. I think it doesn't show.
We've got the whole entire panel with us tonight, including 1028 Productions, Doc Skinner, and Dr. J from Dr. J Radio Live.
He wouldn't know alien. None of these would know what an alien is standing in front of him.
And Goof On. This is going to be an incredible sighting that we're going to be going over, and my twin brother Brent is going to be chiming in as well. He's on assignment, so we'll be getting to him in just a moment. But let's start it off with Doc Skinner from 1028 Productions. Doc, what's your thoughts?
Just another amazing video sent into Third Phase Moon. That's all I got to say about this one. It is pretty cool. We see what looks like a mothership over the city, and we're able to see through what look like possibly windows. The windows are long, like what a Tic Tac would look like, but it's just the light. I'm just talking about the shape. And I've been having it on loop right here. I'm just watching it over and over again. What possibilities? Could it be, a mothership? Could it be a
I just can't help but laugh at these guys.
Port windows, and it's lit up from the inside.
It's even got the right colors to be these LED screen things, right? So I did some analysis to it. I'll post a link to the Twitter link. But we'll have a look at the images I've got here. But I could redo it if you want to prove the point. So this one is mothership over Uruguay, wasn't it? How do you spell that? And does it say on the video? No. Oh, yes, it does. No, over a major city, I think it says, doesn't it? Uruguay. I can't even picture it in my head. I'll just call it over U City. It's not one of those words I spell very often. Alright, so I do these things on my Twitter, and then I do a video about it to summarize it up a bit better and add any extra information. So there's the original shot, a screen snapshot. Hasn't got the rest of it here. They brought out a better image to process, so we might process a newer image to see if it comes out the same. So that's something we can do. And then I run it through my usual filters to see if it's a solid craft, and bingo, what does it look like, guys? Can't see any dark outline of a UFO here, right? Straight away, it's got a red light coming in here that's sort of fading on an angle of a window. You can see it's got some glare. It doesn't look like windows now, does it? Okay. And you can't see people walking around like they claimed in it. There should be little black specks, right? Or a different colour anyway, because I've recolored it through the filtering to enhance it. And you can see here, a lot of it's actually got square edges. Square edge. Doesn't look like writing, although that one there could have writing on it. And that one too. It's got some switches here, which I believe is a reflection of a stereo or a dashboard of some kind. So I went searching to see if I could find any car stereo that would match up with this bright blue LEDs, and there's another enhancement there of a faraway shot, and you got these bright blue LEDs, but you can see here it's definitely not a solid craft. It would be really good if it was, because that would be the smoking gun evidence we really want. But because it's only a 20-second video, right, and they don't film it until it leaves, is very suspicious. That's what we call a red flag in this trade. And we got a light here, which I believe is a lamppost light outside the car. So this is a light from outside the window, and that looks like it could be a cloud. And we've got various other specks of light happening. But yeah, it kind of looks like some display so far inside a piece of glass that's reflecting. Now I found this, just doing a quick search online for blue LED stereos, and I thought, aha, I think we've found the culprit. As you can see here, it's got extra things that light up which are turned off, and it's got some turned on here. But I just realized I think I was meant to flip the image, because those ones here, if they're turned on, look more like those ones over here. You see what I mean? Let's see if maybe some lights here too. I don't know, it could be the correct lights. I've tried to take this here and angle it up on the Z axis, right? As you know, the window looks down from that perspective upwards and it curves around, right? So we're looking sort of down onto the lights here. So you only see this row of lights at the very top, and you see this row of lights here, and these other ones you probably don't see because as you can see, it curvature here curves around. This is probably on an angle. Plus you've got the curvature of the window, so those other lights would appear probably hidden, so you'd only see the first 2 rows. And it depends which of these switches are also turned on. Perhaps you can turn all those off as well. But it doesn't mean they haven't actually put tape over the stereo, because we don't see the inside of the car. They don't sort of pan around and show it's outside, do they? They don't prove they're outside. So yeah. But you can see here, there's some blue LEDs that sort of go angled upwards. Alright. And it sort of matches up with the pattern here. So I've sort of thinking that's an extremely close match. So there's some other lights here on the left side which are turned off, which would complete the rest of the image. So let's have a look at the new snap that come out and see if it still matches up. So I mean, they do want more motherships. Yeah, they do need certainly to capture some real stuff. But yeah, I think the closest maybe was the Phoenix Lights one, and then they covered it up with the flares drop after, but we didn't actually get any photographs of the real mothership that people said blocked out the starlights. So it would be something like this, but if you put that through video processing, it formed a triangle, a black triangle or some sort of triangular shape, then you would know it was a real craft in the sky, right? Do we see on this one here? See this outside light? There's a smudge, so it could be a cloud, or it could be a smear on the window. Alright, you can see that there on the close-up. I think it might be another reflection. No, because they've probably got a camera. The door open, taking the picture probably. Okay, let's carry on. And look at that face. I don't know, man. What am I going to talk about? Let's just talk about anything. Let's just put it up.
To Rich from Goof On. Goof On, what do you make of this incredible video?
I mean, anything that comes from this part of the world usually seems big, right? It's always like a mothership. And I don't know if that...
I thought he was going to say usually is a hoax. A big. Used to be big. I'm not sure what he means by that. There's certainly a lot of small stuff that appeared online. So...
that's because of the region or whatnot. But when I look at this sighting, I see a couple of things. And one of them is exciting and the other one not so exciting. So it looks like this person is recording an object in the distance. And it looks huge. You can see 2 rows of lights. And then it looks like it may curve around and you see 3 other lights. So you see 1 row and then another row underneath it of elongated, what looks like lights, could be windows with, you know, lights from the inside of this craft. It would be very huge. It does not seem to be moving, even though we only have, 20 seconds here of video. There's not much to go on other than what we see here.
You notice how when they do it with third phase, he's very careful what his words are. You can't say hoax. You can't criticize the person taking the filming. Why did he not film it leaving and all that sort of stuff, you know?
Now, it seems like the guy is outside, but we don't have any proof of that. We don't have a lot to go on. Like I was saying, a lot of black background. When the video first starts, we can see it's in the distance, it looks like. And I don't know what light source that is that's orange.
Well, it's something really close, which is the case here. Let's just go to the next video. Where's it gone? How's the sound and it's not lagging or anything at the moment, hopefully. What was the next one? This one here. Let me just have a look. No, it's not that one. It was on this one, I think. Let me just see. Oh, right, that's loud.
Might have happened. News. We've got multiple.
Okay, so I've analysed that one. Why is it so different between volumes on their videos? Normally they're constant. I'll just turn that down a bit. Yeah, just trying to find the new image they got. Then we'll come back to these other ones. Yep, I've done that one. Maybe it was on the other one. I think that's all the same, isn't it? Where's the new one? Have they taken it down already? Must be on this one.
Sizable, but it's tough to tell because they have white or reflecting.
I've done that one too. So we'll come back to. Oh, here's a new one. At first, I didn't know it was a new image, but there you go.
Some people think that this.
Okay, so now we've got city lights, and you can see here whatever this is, what's reflecting. So, hang on, what's that? The edge there. What's the edge? It's got a light going that way. Another lamppost, I think. A light source. And there's the clouds that I was talking about, right? So there was some clouds there. And you can see here it's got some more lights, right? But it's not exactly the same, which is what we saw on that stereo unit. Remember it had 3 lights at the top on that dial. Let's go back to it. And there they are. If I can get my cursor back. 1, 2, 3. 3 above a row of 3. So let's go back to that one. Looks like it could be still cut off there. Looks like 1, 2, 3 over this way. And it looks like a row of 3 would go down that way. Let's have a look again. One there. Yeah, it's not quite lining up straight underneath. Apart from 1. And it's got just 2 rows here, which look like LED, 1 there. So 1 and then 3 together. I suppose that could be 1, then 3 together. Then what's right underneath it again? Let's have a look. Has that got a light on it, this dial here? Probably has. What's that there that do? Does it have a light? It might have. It's just turned off. Could be just above the dial there or on the dial itself, right? Looks like there's something there. So it may not be this exact unit, but it's going to be pretty dang close to it, right? So where's the far away shot? So they go give it to us. So they're comparing it to another radio system, which is not even closely matched to the one I found. And you can see how much brighter that is too. These are pretty dull. And I don't think they're even the right colour. They're more of a green blue. And that's a blue, right? So it's the wrong radio, but it's the right idea. So let's have a look what they're saying again. I thought they're just repeating, but I didn't know they had a new photo.
In regards to what happened over the capital city of Uruguay, we have this still photograph, and let me tell you, it's being harder and harder to find on the internet. We're lucky enough to grab this incredible still photo. Now let's have the panel break it down.
Now, last night, we talked about the Uruguay UFO. Now there's a photograph that we didn't get, or Third Phase of Moon didn't get, until after they made the video and posted it and premiered it.
Probably on purpose.
And this photo is from a different vantage.
Okay. Still looks like it's inside the car to me. Yeah, we're getting from the lights here. So what's that up there? Is that a moon? What's that here? Certainly got a lot of smears and streaks. That would have to be in the moon, wouldn't it? But why is it so orange? So yes, unless it's the sun, sunrise, sun setting, could be sun setting, and there might be a lot of dust in the air. Alright, but anyway, let's just grab an image there and run it through some filters. Oops, wrong one. And let's see. Photograph would have more detail, right? So let's see what pops out. Still doesn't look like it's outside to me. It's on the wrong screen. Let's run it through. Technically, we should have a lot more pixels to deal with. I didn't save the filter from last time, but we could do brightness and darkness. So when we make it really bright, there's a lot of smudge in here. It looks like reflections, right? So let's have a look. I don't know, that looks like a window to me. See how it curves? Because you know the car window's curved, right? And you got the wipers as well that makes these clear bits and a wee bit of smudging on the outside. What's that there? Maybe I have to go back to the original image again. Maybe I should have taken more of a grab. So whereabouts are we? So you can't see that since we brightened it, right? So whereabouts are we? We're right down the bottom here. It's not too bad. So what's this here? Right, so that kind of looks like where the dashboard starts in the car, right? That looks a bit like where the wiper of the car finishes up. Still looks like inside a car. There's still BS in this. Now let's run it through color swap, which gives us more of the details. And now we can start to see of course, if it's a photo, it could have been tweaked in the editor too. Notice we're getting blocks here, which means it could have been mucked around with. Might have to zoom more into that one. It's a bit hard to see if it's transparent from that though. So let's zoom in a bit more. We'll take the edge of that. I got some stream lag. It can't be my end. It shouldn't be. It's saying it's all perfect here. Kind of strange. I wonder if it's Twitch that's done something. Pasting a new image. Okay. Still not very good for a photograph, and we can't see any letters. Still looks like switches, doesn't it? We've got sort of flat edges here. And it looks like it's looking down on something going on a curved window. So let's run it through some filtering again. Brightness. See, if that was a solid craft, I'd expect that to be more black, you know. And straight away we can see it's transparent, right? And that's not even using color swap. But has it been mucked around with? Maybe not. Maybe they edited something out, you know, where it got a reflection or something. So there still could be. So let me just flip the color. Okay. Looks like we got multiple reflections happening now though. See, it looks normal there, doesn't it? And then it looks like it's been tidied up there. So what's this whole area here? See that there? And that's where it got chopped off on the other video, wasn't it? From that line upwards. We only saw that much of it going this way. Could have been, unless we got the original image, we can't see if the metadata is still there. They found it on Facebook, so theirs is probably a save of a copy as well. See, the pixels look alright for the sizes around here. could have been messed around with. But yeah, it's not a craft. It's definitely a reflection. You notice the same brightness from that light, which is the moon, I think, is almost the same as the brightness of those lights there. Now, if that was a craft with that kind of moonlight, right, would expect more of this craft to be soon illuminated on this side. If it was a UFO, you got all this light source here. It should have a light going across it, right? It should, that side of it here should all be lit up pretty much, especially on a full moon. But is it a moon or is it a close lamp? I can't see any steam coming down there. And when we did the analysis, I didn't see anything there. Let's just grab that, paste it into a new image. Okay, can we see any post or anything going up? That's just a beam of light coming down. No. And you see the beam of light going that way. Can't see no post, so it must be some sort of moon. But you can see here, oh, I had it perfect then. And you can see here the light's reflecting off something, right? And let's apply it to the big picture. Okay. Where did we cut it from? So it's got the edge. That's the edge. Okay. Now we've got the city lights. Now you can see here, definitely it's see-through. So it's a stereo. I still think it's the same one. But yeah, it's a better image to work with, of course, but I don't think we need to prove it over again that it's that type of stereo. Where is it? That one there. It's quite easy to tape over with some duct tape even, you know, and block off some of the lights to make what you want to have in the sky, right? Anyway, so this is typical of what's it say there? Ford cars, I think it was, or Ford autos, trucks, premium Ford radio, right? Ranger. So, did they actually say on the video what kind of truck they were in? Nope. Does it say what kind of truck it is? Let's have a look.
Point. You can tell because of the where the moon is. I think that's the moon. I don't know why it's this red
he said
color,
the same thing. He thinks it's a moon.
But some people think that this might be a reflection of someone's radio. And I have the video here, or I have a comparison here for you. And this was sent to me from, I believe his name is Scott Brown. But I was going through Twitter and I saw this. And I sent it over to Blake and Brent, and I'm like, you got to take a look at this. And
Who
You know,
coughed? I
this
didn't hear
guy
a
thinks
cough.
that
But the people in
he's
the house here
debunked it.
that
He's
cough,
not saying for
everybody's
sure
got flus.
100% it's debunked. But he said this is a very...
My dad just came out of hospital and he's brought home a flu bug from the hospital, believe it or not. So, he's 87 now. Is it? No, not that old. 85, I think it was. So he's getting up there in years. But he just had a gallbladder out. He's been coughing. And I've got it too. I've been feeling a bit rat shit lately.
very, very close depiction of what this object might be. And you can see in his comparison. Yeah. It's Scott Brown.
Yeah,
it's not identical. Let me tell you that. It doesn't match up perfectly at all. And my thing is, if you have a reflection on the windshield and you have the dashboard, not the dashboard, well, I guess you would have the components in the middle, you know, the air conditioning, the radio and everything. That would have to be under the window for it to be a good reflection. Not only that, the reflection would be stretched out because of the glass being angled at a certain way. So you would get an elongation on a reflection. This would have to be purposeful. This would have...
No. Well, you can see I did it in software professionally, and you can see there's no stretching. If anything is, when you angle it, you lose stuff, right? So, like if you grab that, oh, not copy, cut, you dumbass. So you can paste it back, and you could probably stretch it out, right? That's proportional, or you could stretch it out in the window. Starts to look more like buttons on a radio. 3 on a curvy bit here. Those 3 lights I was talking about, the rotating dial. Those ones above the radio, which probably would have to be stretched out even more. Which you can't do here. You'd have to do it with a special formula, I guess, so you can't do it in a straight editor. But I still think it's the same radio that I've got. Those lights would have been turned on, or a couple of them. The dial there would be there, or that one there. So yeah, it's probably not worth mucking around with it though. So that looks like the dial there. Would it have a light on it that glows? More than likely. See that one there? Looks like it could be 3 across there, but let's see, I'll cut it out. Let's duplicate that one there. Copy, paste. New layer. Wrong one. Does it fit in that space next door? Probably have to stretch it more that way too, probably. I think it would. Yeah, there you go. It'd fit in there. The 3 lights that are not turned on, this one at the moment. And there's no similar LEDs on that one over here. I think it's... what's those ones at the bottom there? That would be temperature underneath the radio, so that would be the other things. So that would be the radio part here. And this would be other settings, is it? It's a bit hard to tell. It's got an input circle there. It's got an input jack there, is it? It's got a few input jacks on it, or less there's screws. See, that looks part of the air conditioning up there, isn't it? But now looking at this one here more closely, it's got a dial there or something. And it looks like it's got 3 LEDs with one of them turned on at the very top there. So maybe I'm slightly off course there then. So that might be we're only one that we're seeing turned on. I think it's it matches up anyway. It's very close to that type of radio anyway. But yes, there's no point bashing about it. We can see it's not a solid craft, and they're not telling the truth. 20-second video. So on to the next one, which is a bit more interesting. Okay, so don't want to ruin it too much. That one there. And what's the other one? Okay, the city lights. Right, I'll come to that one. So that's at the front. I think that was all we need to.
Done right up on the glass, and I don't think we have that. When this guy zooms in on it, on the video, if that was a reflection in glass right next to him from his vehicle,
it kind of looks like the right size for a radio, though, doesn't it?
You would have the components on the windshield.
Let's have a look. Where is the faraway shot going? We keep zooming in. If the driving wheel's here, because we saw a hint of it, didn't we? We saw the little black curvy bit here, and we saw this weird line which kind of looked like where the wiper blade would go on the reflecting window. That would be the right size for a radio, but we don't know if it's been mucked around with, because when we looked at the other video, it was more up close to this here on the video, right? Did it look bigger on that one? Certainly that line there cut through this one on the other one, on the other video. Did I post the original one up here again? Oh, have they got the original? No. The other one cut on a different angle, didn't it? Anyway, moving on.
As a whole, considering that there were multiple.
Buddy Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal and my brother Brent. We're going to be breaking it down. We've got some major news, so let's get it started with Rich. Rich, what do you make of this
Sunday here.
Broad daylight sighting out
Sunday
of Brazil?
midnight right now.
Wow, these sightings from
tomorrow.
Brazil.
Today I should say. We've got a barbecue later when I wake up.
Got the partly cloudy skies, and you see a disc-shaped object hovering. And it's got the slight wobble effect, and you see it from the distance at first in the video, but when they zoom in on it, you get to see things that you don't normally.
Yeah. So when you look at that, what's the first thing you think? It's right in a blue part of the sky, right? Which makes it really easy for editing. So is it CGI? Is it a model? Or is it like a merge of two different things? Like that's one video on top of another video. Computer generated, right? Yep, New Zealand's always in the future. We always see the first new year in, or almost.
Shaped object hovering, and it's got the.
Oh yeah, so there was a fly that flew by here, which is quite interesting. So let's just see if we can get that.
You get to see things that you don't normally see in UFO videos, and that's clarity. Zoom in on it. You get to see.
I think I missed it. It's very close quickly. So let's see where that fly goes. Yeah. Google's frame by frame's not the best, but you notice how the camera is moving down, but the object seems to be relatively the same to the cloud all the time. So why is the clouds not moving? You see what I mean? Do we see the clouds move? Any part of the clouds move, or is it a static cloud?
Don't normally see.
So that's the sort of thing you look for, right? For computer generated. Looks like a static cloud. Oh.
An incredible image that appears to see a huge ship over the skies, and it is crystal clear. We have the panel today with us, with Rich from GoofOn, including Dr. What do you make of this incredible?
Got the partly.
Okay, so there it was. Just before it started, it was lower down, was it? So why aren't we seeing it all?
Talk about the first one here. That's
okay, the first one. What's he mean by that? First photograph. And see how out of focus it is. Is it a video or is it just a photograph?
got the partly cloudy skies, and you see a disc-shaped object hovering.
So that's got to be a video. We just saw the fly go past. But what's the first one? Is that just a photograph? And obviously it's a different cloud, is it? Or is that part of the top of it again?
Got the partly cloudy skies, and you see a disc-shaped object hovering.
So we need to get that fly, see where it's going.
And you see a disc-shaped object.
There it is. I just missed it. But you can see the wings on that. That's what you call a blurfo. That's what we get on UFO videos a lot of the time, is insects very close to the camera. Let's say it's a real fast UFO. So it's definitely a video, but is it all video? And does it pass over top of the UFO is what we want to know. But it's only, you can't seem to click this bar in the spot we want.
Don't normally see.
The player seems to be useless at selecting where you want to go.
Slight wobble effect.
So let's go frame by frame. Is the clouds moving? Is it moving? Normally Twitter I put up my first gut reaction, right? And then I cover it more in detail. Why is it not loading more?
They zoom in on it.
Here we go. Come on, Google. I wish I had the original video. Be able to do it a lot better on VLC than this. See, the camera's moving, the object's not moving, the clouds are not moving. And does it look real? I'd expect something to change in the scene, but we're just going up and down at the moment. So again, did I miss the fly? Because I think this was after. Why can't I get what I want?
Come in on it.
I think it was just before then.
Slight wobble.
Now let's see if we can get it from there. Slight wobble. I think it comes after that. It's going to be frustrating. Should almost capture the video, capture the screen to video, and then play the video. It'd be a lot easier, probably. About here, the fly was, wasn't it? Can't be too far away. Now it's sort of stopping. Can't see any clouds moving. Oh. Don't want to push the wrong key here. Don't tell me we still missed it. It's getting frustrating. Also, we still missed it. How is it possible? So you can see here, this timeline's just too damn sensitive. Now let's start from there. We can't miss it then. Oh, I don't need to zoom in just yet. Alright, got to get the fly this time. But how many times must I click the button to go frame? Oh, wrong button going. Ah, it missed, didn't it? It went from there to there. Let's see, we can go back a frame, can't we? I haven't got that key on the mouse to find. Here we go. Previous frame. Next frame. Yeah, so we didn't see that with our eyes. It looked like it went over top of it. Look, UFO, man. You missed the other UFO, guys. Eh? That's the sort of thing they do, right? You notice how that fly jumps where the UFO was. See, I would expect that to be there and there. Looks like a chunk of this has been edited. Let's see. Blur flow. You notice also it looks more blurry there. The cloud even. See, that chunk here kind of looks sharper to me. See, down below here too, looks like it's blurred a wee bit. Be interesting to get those frame grabs, I guess. Run it through the editor. Of course, it's a video. It's going to be very hard to detect fakery or editing. So let's Grab that one. See, I would have been really happy if that had passed over top, because that means that's some serious editing right there, and we can see that it's not. Yeah, let's click it again. Oh, wrong one. I don't use that volume boost anymore. Maybe I should uninstall it. But there are some really quiet videos, so take it to there. Okay, let's have a look at those images. It's a wonder they didn't go with that though, because that would have been good. Oh, look at this other UFO that passes in front. You know, they could make a third video saying, look, we did some analysis and we found this. Some people would believe it too, wouldn't they? Not you guys though that watch me, because you'll know it's a fly. But you can see it's out of focus. So that's another thing. Does it seem like the UFO is too in focus for the rest of the scene? And I think something doesn't add up here in the video. To me, that cloud looks a bit sharper than the actual UFO. And the bug is out of focus, which it should be. Let's scale it up. Let's see what the filters reckon. Brightness won't do much. But it's quite interesting. See how illuminated that cloud is there. Whereabouts is the sun in the video? Is it behind the cloud? Because you can't see the UFO, right? That's a lot of light there. And there's a bit of light on top. You'd expect that, even that brightness there, you would expect the UFO to be lit up, wouldn't you? See how bright that cloud is there. Now we can start to see it there. But it was quite shiny. So it looks like the sun's up here, right? It's illuminating that cloud pretty good here. Okay, let's color swap it. See, again, when I look at that, the light's on the wrong side, isn't it? Looks to me like the sun source is up here. And it's illuminating the edge of that cloud there, edge of that cloud there, and that cloud there. But that reflection on the UFO looks like it's on the right side. So let's go back to the video, see if we can see where the source of light is.
Hovering, and it's got the slight wobble effect, and you see it from the distance at first in the video, but when they zoom in,
see, there's a lot of cloud lit up here. And to me, it looks like the sun's up here, wouldn't you say? I wish this is a wee, you know, it's a wee bit dodgy, because most people would probably pan around after it's flown away and disappeared. It looks to me like the sun's over this side rather than this side. See, that cloud over this side is not so lit up, right? And that's a stormy cloud. It gets more blurry here for some reason. I think the light's coming down that way, which means the light reflection on that is on the wrong side of the UFO. Oh, what happened there?
Obviously, celebrities know what's best,
crap.
and thankfully they've been here to help guide us.
So I must have clicked wrong again.
Got the partly cloudy skies, and you see it.
Okay, so where's the sun on that other one?
With Rich.
Okay, the sun's not obvious, is it? Is it up behind that cloud there? That's... That means sun's on the right side then. But then again, maybe it's behind the clouds, but then it doesn't make any sense. Definitely looks brighter that side than it does that side. Yeah, I just can't see where the sun is. Bit confusing. See, it could be up here and it's illuminating here, down from this direction. So that object's gone up to here. Let's see. So you can see that where the fly is down here, how the cloud gradually fills out, because the cloud's different whites, you see. Yeah, it's not really helping us, that one. Yeah, let's get the next one. Maybe this will tell us where the sun is. If the sun was coming down behind that cloud, I suppose it could illuminate that and be on the right side of the reflection. The sun's coming down this way. Or is the sun behind? Could be behind that cloud, I suppose. Because that would make sense then. Why the reflection's on that side. But when you do that, I lost it now. The CPU's playing up. Yeah. I don't know, something that's not right. Not right with this video. I'm just trying to figure it out. Yeah. So when I do that, it seems to brighten up here first, right? Because that's normally, this side here is normally the brightness. Although it does look bright there. I must be wrong. Must be over, the light source must be over here then. So that would match up with that. Aha. Okay, that seems to suggest the light source is over here. In that case, let's apply that and do the same on this one. Well, that matches, and it's illuminating the cloud. But that UFO hasn't moved. And that fly moved quite a distance from... what's going on? CPU. Okay, so from there to there. Let's overlay it. Paste over layer. Keep canvas. So where's the cloud? Where's it? Go there, I think. Was it? No, can't. We have to line up with the UFO. Let's overlay it. Layers. Make it transparent. Semi-transparent. Okay, we've got the flying saucer now. So did that cloud stay exactly the same? Or did it move slightly? That's 1/30 frames a second. That's one frame. That's the second frame. That's a hell of a jump, isn't it? In speed for a fly. I'm pretty sure there should be more in between. Yeah. Why not? So identical. Okay, so it looks like the sun might be behind that cloud, huh? Which means this lighting is correct then. And we got some coming out this direction. So we can't debunk it by that. what did that do? I don't know. I must have clicked undo. Let's try add-in. What's happened? Something's happened. What did I do? Okay. Why is it expanding? Should be the same. I haven't got it quite lined up then. It's getting bigger for some reason. That's because I didn't take a full screen. I must have grabbed a few more pixels, I think. But so, the UFO overlaps each other. I don't know, looks like it might get bigger. That one's bigger on the right than it is on the left. But why? Did it zoom in? Why am I overlooking? They must have been zooming it on the software, looking at a static image, and they were zooming it in slowly, were they? Bit hard to tell, they might have been zooming it in. Okay, that makes it a bit harder for us. Yeah, we zoomed in, definitely. Where's the handles? Let's scale it down a wee bit. Yeah, lost the transparency. That looks more like the size. Okay, let's try that. Ah, damn. What happened there? Ah, we got it. So what's changing? Nothing. Where's the fly up in the corner? Is it still there? There we go. Because that flies off the edge here, right? For us to line it up. So you can see UFOs are perfect in the same place. Only the fly is moving within 1/30 of a second. Cloud not moving. Cloud static. Okay, see anything that's changing apart from the zooming in, which changes some of that there. Yeah. Still a tricky one. So let's just keep watching, I guess.
got the partly cloudy skies and you see a disc-shaped object hovering. And it's got the slight...
So to me it looked like the fly was there too. But that's not what Google was telling us between frames.
And it's got the slight wobble effect, and you see it from the distance at first in the video. But when they zoom in on it...
Okay, so you see that slight movement there, that's what we're getting.
You get to see things that you don't normally see.
That's why it was moving around. Maybe they're moving around on purpose.
On it. You get to see things that you don't normally see.
See, when they move the camera around like that, they're trying to hide something.
Got the partly cloudy skies and you see a disc-shaped object hovering. And it's got the slight wobble effect, and you see it from the distance at first in the video.
Okay, so let's overlay another snap. So that's got to be a few seconds on now. Let's see if anything's moved in the picture. That's got to at least prove that something's fishy. So let's just grab part of that cloud. Let's see what's going on. See, the problem is we ain't got the original video. We don't know if they're doing the editing or they're trying to hide something going on, because maybe they're behind it. Behind the hoaxing. Okay, we need to drag that one on. So, looks like we're going to have to scale it up. Keep in proportions. Definitely the cloud's changed there though, hasn't it? Oh right, we haven't got the filter on it. Probably would be best to put the filter on it. No, that's not the one. Ah! I was meant to hit OK. I wonder if it's lost it now. Probably. Oh no. Okay. So it says now the same. Yep. Okay, so is it right size? Close. But we want to know if that cloud's moved. Transparency. Yep, definitely transparent. I think that's pretty close. Okay, let's flip between. Was that brighter? But the cloud's not changed, has it? Not sure what's brighter though. But they did zoom out a bit. I wonder if I can zoom in and might just change the colouring on that one. Maybe the brightness. Alright, I can do that with the layers, I think. Instead of normal, try one of the other ones, multiply. Okay, let's have a look. Those clouds haven't moved. Okay. And that was a few seconds of playing still. Would expect some movement in cloud, wouldn't you? Especially down here. Okay, and let's just add all those together. Flatten. Makes it back to one image again. And deselect. But we got a slightly different colorization there. That's alright, let's just keep on going.
But when they zoom in on it, you get to see things that you don't normally see in
so
UFO
grab
videos.
one
And
at the end there.
is that you can see the sun reflecting. Yeah. It's really strange, isn't it? And you can
we'll get to the close-up one in a minute.
When this person gets very close, it's blurry at first, and you see a disc-shaped object hovering. And it's got the slight wobble effect.
Ah, right. See how it went bright there?
And you see it from the distance at first in the video. But when they zoom in
go bright and
on
then
it,
dim?
you get to see things that you don't normally see in UFO videos. And that's
really bright there.
When this person, you get to see things that you don't normally see. Slight wobble effect, and you see it from the distance at first in the video.
Is that because we pause it?
But when they zoom in on it, you get to see things that you don't normally see.
I'll just go back on that.
In the video. But when they zoom in on it, you get to see things.
See, it went suddenly bright there, so why can't... Let's go back frames. Why didn't it suddenly get bright? Google's not very good at going backwards. Is that where it gets bright? Cool. Yeah, I could pause them and put it on slow motion. Yeah, I never thought about that. But this is doing frame by frame. It looked like it got brighter there for a minute. And they really should be doing that though. They should be slowing it right down. They should be doing frame by frame for you, shouldn't they? And they should be proving their case. They've got to prove this is not a hoax, right? So let's just grab that, because it's way on. But to me, I don't think any of those clouds have changed still, which is highly suspect. To me, it is. They look like storm clouds. They normally would be some movement there. Has that UFO gone up higher there? Or was it just the angle of the camera when they did that? I'll come back to that. Is it higher? Let's see. Does look like it's further away this direction, doesn't it? I don't remember seeing it move. Let's adjust it. And you see that it's much brighter, and you can't see the cloud with the same settings as we used before. And let's scale it up. You have to scale it up a bit more. Looks like it's definitely moved though, hasn't it? Now, I didn't see it move in the video, but maybe it's only a subtle angle change. Which means it could be a model on a piece of string, couldn't it? But then if it was, it would be possibly moving on a swingy bit, you know? So I don't think it's done with a piece of wire. Unless they've got it also underneath. But this thing is definitely spinning, but we don't see them zoom in, zoom into it. So it's suddenly zoomed in. We only see we see a cut, which is also suspicious. It rings fake, you know. The whole footage, right? Soon we see it further down, and then it's cut, and then we see it up here. Then it cuts, and suddenly we've got a close-up of the image. Okay, I've got to get the right size. I think that's close to it. Let's put it on. What's going on? That should be moving. It's transparent, yep. Okay, it looks like it might be too small. Close. I'm scaling it up proportionally. So there we can see it's definitely moved. But has the cloud changed? See that part there on the cloud? I think it might be too big now. Let's see if we can adjust it for the cloud. Something's changed there. It looks like it's changed angle. Because they're zoomed out, it's a bit hard to know. Looks to me like the cloud hasn't changed though. That's a few seconds that passed, so but definitely the UFO has moved and looks like it's got smaller. We have to play the video back again. Yeah, let's try out of. What's that give us? Why can't we see it? Multiply. That's not too bad. That adds the two together. Let's just move that around. And UFO's definitely moved, I think. I don't think the cloud has changed. Color curves, it's I think it was too bright, wasn't it, when we did that? Okay, normal again. Yeah, too bright, you see. Darken, maybe? You can't see much. Good for the UFO. You can't see the clouds. Color dodge, all white, apart from the UFO. Color burn. Really transparent. Okay, that's no good. Got all these different differences. Difference. I wonder if that's going to help us. Can't see the cloud again. Let's take it back. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, gone back too far. That was it there. Definitely it's moved over. Okay, let's try those layer options again. Let's multiply. And difference. So how's that work? We should better see changes in the cloud. I don't think the size is just right. Let's playing around with it. Maybe it has slightly moved in. At the very end. But then I have been playing around with the colours. Probably should start again. Go back to the two base images. Yeah, I've probably stuffed up something here. Now let's get rid of that. Let's start afresh again. We'll take the first image. What happened there? Did I close something accidentally? Was it that one? I think it's fly at the top, so it's not the right one. What's going on here? Okay, let's just start with the first and last, because that was pretty close to the beginning. And the last one, layer. Now we need to scale it because they zoomed out. Does it look that the clouds have changed? So it's got a hooky bit here, hooky bit there. Any subtle changes at all? Looks identical, goes to there. I think it's identical, isn't it? We've got a little fuzzy bit on the edge here. Could have changed just a wee bit, but it doesn't. It's not sticking out. Looks like it may have got a wee bit faded around there. The back end. Maybe we need to scale it up more. Let's have a look at that cloud. Has it changed? Maybe the brightness. And that might be what's different about it. Try the basic brightness. So that's definitely brighter than that. So let's match it if we can. There we go. Okay, so are those images identical on the clouds? Is it matched? It's slightly brighter still, because that will change what the cloud looks like. I don't know if there's a tool in this package that allows us to say match it exactly, and it might be, and that's the contrast. I think they're identical. Maybe this one's slightly bigger now. And from the beginning of that video to the end, it's got to be a good. Let's see. Let's go back to it.
See things that you don't normally see in UFO.
See how they zoom straight into it? We don't see them zoom in
on
like
it,
per se.
You get to see things that you don't normally see in UFO video.
So looks like it's 3 different videos, right? There's one where it's further down. Or that one's a photograph.
Talk about
maybe.
The first one here that's got the
Is that a video or is it a photo? I don't know.
Partly cloudy skies, and you see a disc-shaped object hovering. And it's got the slight wobble effect, and you see it from the distance at first in the video, but when they zoom in on it, you get to see things that you
So it's only got brighter then.
don't normally see.
That cloud hasn't changed, has it? This cloud here.
Don't normally see.
It's got to be a fake.
Shaped object hovering. And it's got the slight wobble effect, and you see it from the distance at first in the video. But
and
when
just
they
move
zoom
the camera
in
around
on
just
it,
to try and hide the fact that
you
the
get
cloud's
to
not
see
changing.
things that you don't normally see in UFO videos, and that's clarity. When this person gets very close,
Yeah, that's really
it's blurry
clear.
at first, but then
UFO.
they get it as clear as they possibly can. The one thing that I love about this video is that
I see. It looks like the player puts up a filter here. I just noticed it.
zoom in on it, you
Yeah,
get to see things
puts a
that you
filter
don't
over,
normally
that's why.
see in UFO videos, and that's clarity. When this person
Yeah, but when they're
video.
talking about the clouds not changing and stuff like that, you know, the
But when
important
they
stuff.
zoom in on it,
When they're talking
you
about
get
it zooming in, it's suddenly
to see
zoomed in.
things that you don't normally see in UFO videos, and that's clarity. When this person gets very close, it's blurry at first, but then they get it as clear as they possibly can. The one thing that I love about this video is that you can see the sun reflecting off of it, no problem at all. You get to see color on the craft.
Okay, so those LED lights, you notice when they zoomed in that the light is now this way, right? It's not on the edge like in this other picture. Alright, it's on the edge here. So this, put OK on that one. I was gonna match it over. Actually, let's just finish doing that. Normal, halfway. CPU's gone. Go on, CPU. I'm not sure why it does that. I think it's a bug on this laptop with the drivers. So halfway. Too big, maybe. It's very hard to get in the right scale because they're zoomed in and out. Is that matching? So that's UFO hasn't moved then. Hasn't moved. Hmm? And that's what's going on there? I know they're wobbling the camera around. Yeah, so the UFO has moved a bit as well. So we've got some movement. So I can't have it lined up properly. Let's try another thing. Overlay? No. Okay. It's very tricky, this stuff. There we go, that's better. One's brighter. And then we lost CPU again. But because it's brighter, it makes the cloud bigger. But it hasn't changed. And the light's just... But the UFO is not overexposed. Look, the UFO is identical. See that? Okay, let's try one of these at normal. Okay, we're seeing some movement there. So the UFO is not moving though, is it? They're wobbling the camera around. Let's see, how does that wrap around our heads? He's
oh yeah,
moving around the camera. It's changing the angle. To the sky, maybe. And the UFO has been added. And we got a oh yeah pop up. I'll have a look in a minute. You get a dancing alien normally. I think that's a follow, is it? Oh yeah, follows 28 now. Yeah, so it's 28. So if you moved around your camera slightly, and the UFO is definitely not moving. Is it slightly wrong still? It looks identical. But it could be a few pixels out, I guess. Let's have a look. Could be a couple of pixels out. Let's just have a quicker look. See, this is why they're moving the camera, because it makes it really harder to analyze it, because you got to stabilize it. That cloud hasn't changed. Come on. And the UFO hasn't moved. It's identical from the beginning of the video to the end. They just moved the camera around just to try and hide the fact. I think that's the right size now. Yeah. Make it a wee bit bigger, maybe. How close is that looking? Okay, let's try that now. Oh, look, it's matching up. Let's do the layer thing. Oh. Ah, alright. That's right. Thought it stuffed up then. It's been too long on this one, but it is a tricky one. It's well worth spending the time on. Okay. Still something I've done wrong? Or they're moving the camera. But the UFO doesn't seem to be changing perspective, right? The light's on the same side. It's moving slightly. Something's still not quite right. What am I not doing? Make it a wee bit bigger again. Maybe it's too big now. Pretty sure I had it right before. Oh. I think it might be too big now. Nah, it's not changed. So let's have a watch of it again. Too many red flags of it.
You see it from the distance at first in the video, but
See,
when
that
they
is
zoom
moving
in
around
on it, you get to see things that you don't normally see.
That looks like a static photo, those ones. And they're just moving the camera around. But we know there's a fly that passes in front. And they've done that on purpose, obviously, to try and throw us off.
Shaped object hovering.
See that?
And it's got the...
But that looked like, let's put it on slow motion, like you said. Something's just not right with that fly. Slow motion 25. Let's see if it does it any different. Something not right with that fly.
And use.
I don't see any cloud changing. Yeah, it looks like there was more frames there than we saw with this frame by frame. And that's as slow as we can get it, right? Damn, can we actually get the copy of the actual video? That'll make it a lot easier. And nothing there. So where did he get it from? Yeah, it's too good to be true, and sadly I think it is. Alright, so let's go back again. Where's the fly come into it? It's frustrating not having the video. You can download or whatever. There's no clouds moving there. So was that fly bit added on? And let me just go back. I seem to keep missing it. There it was, yeah. And we can't get any slower. That's got to be a photograph. Photoshop. Now we know this looks like two photographs, and maybe the fly is the add-on. That could be what they've done. So this is two photos, or Photoshop of a photo, and then is that an artificial fly they've added and make it look like it's doing something real? Because it is a blur, right? I bet that's what they've done. Artificial camera movement. And it's not to the close-up. That's a bit more interesting. But you don't see them zoom into it. So this is like analysing that Skinny Bob video. That was made from 7 different parts as well. See, did they cut off something there, or was that what they received? I'm pretty sure I've seen this somewhere before, this UFO design. But we still can't get hold of that damn fly. Such a fine adjustment. So this is a static image, obviously photoshopped. And to me it looked like the fly went there, there and there. But when we did frame by frame, we didn't get it. So let's try that now again. Google. That's the problem, I think. And the fact that the hoaxes, I mean the third phase, don't give us the source video for any other experts to analyze it. And I'm still clicking, and I don't think it's playing. Doing the frames, right? I don't think it is. We've got no way to tell. It seems to have stopped, you see, it's not in the cache. Now it's doing it. I wonder if we get the third fly. I think that's a CGI fly they've added in. Static image with a fly. suppose we've missed the fly again, have we? So frustrating. If we have. We have, haven't we? It's a really fine adjustment on this stupid player. Okay, we know it comes after this, so let's do it the hard way. Okay. Around about here somewhere. We want to know if we get more than 2 frames of fly. I'm pretty sure there's a third one there. I reckon Google stuffed it up. Okay, there's a fly just passing. But could that be a CGI added fly? Sure could. It's just a blob. We're not seeing any wing motion. And that's gone. Well, let's see if I can get it back. There it is. And it's back there. It's only 2 frames again. And it's gone backwards on. It's there. I'm pretty sure you could Photoshop that. I mean, video editor in Adobe Effects. The whole thing's been fabricated. And yet when we played it, it looked like the fly was there, didn't it? Is it just their players not giving us the true frames? How does it work if that's the case? .1080p, the slowest speed possible. No other options there. Be good if we had frame count. That would probably help us. Copy debug information. Alright. So what's in that? I've copied it. What is it? A text file? So it can't be frame by frame by that. Let's see. HD. Wildness. What's that information there? What's that mean? Segment. So, is that the frames they're talking about here? So it's not true frames in that case. Every 15, is it? No, that can't be right. Because it goes 20 in the next one. $50, $251.48. 20. No, it's the same as that top one there. That's gone 3 there. I reckon it's every 3 frames rather than every 1 frame we're getting. By maybe guessing by that. And that could explain why we're not seeing it in slow motion. But yeah, not really friendly. Here you go. It dropped 2. Why did it drop 2 on slow motion? Well, it even did it on full speed, didn't it? So we've lost 2 frames. So it was so it did skip to the 3rd one. Damn. I'll just save that. So yeah, that ain't gonna help us, is it? So there is another one that appears there. So we don't see it this time. We'll just play it back a bit. And let's try again. Maybe we can pause it on the 3rd one. That's missing. Come on. Oh. That would have corrupted the stream. We back. I pressed the wrong button, so it normally messes up the stream. That does a wee bit until it corrects itself. I forgot I changed the buttons. That's right, middle click now. Still learning this new mouse. Oh, I'm pretty sure there was one. They may have put it over top of it. You know, that would be a perfect thing to do if you're faking it. Ah. I don't know what I did now. Does that tell us the frame number? Can't see frame number there. Oh, here we go. Viewpoint frames. 2 drop frames. Alright, it does tell us here. Is it still playing? Oh, there's 2. Must be coming up. Still says 2 drop frames, but maybe that's throughout the whole video then. That kind of doesn't make any sense now. Oh, there it was. And I couldn't pause it in time. It's got to be correct, isn't it? I don't know. There's not much we can do about that. Let's see. What was that one? Stats. That's that one. Okay. I could have sworn there was an in-between one though. I think I might have missed it again. See, that's just a static image and they're just moving it around in software. Those trees are not even blowing in the wind or anything like that. Yeah, we must have missed it again. Oh well, stuff the fly. The fly jumped and it didn't land on the UFO according to that video there anyway. And they go straight into a zoomer image which is blurred. So that's oh, actually we'll just watch on slow motion. Blurred. Looks like it's got LED lights. But where's the sunshine reflection? That's not, doesn't match up with the video, right? We knew there was a big reflection here of the sun, and we're not seeing it on the close-up anymore. This is definitely faked. And look at the artificial out of focus. That's easy to do, right? Where's it going to? Is it spinning? Is it spinning though? It looked like it was spinning, but not there. It kind of looked like the static image again, with a model that had flashing lights and just moving it around. Is it spinning? Because that changes a lot of things then. It's not spinning, is it? It's got LED here, LED there, and LED there, something else on the top. And this looks like a reflection of the light source straight down the middle now. And we knew the sun was over here. It's a fake. And I bet someone knows that image somewhere out there. It's probably like a CGI model that you can buy. Or it could be a little toy. Maybe hand size with some LEDs on it. But what I thought it could be, because I thought it was spinning, but I don't see it there. I'm going to have to give up on this, but is it rotating? That one looks like it's rotating. But that looks like it's on a fishing line there, doesn't it? So we know the first ones were definitely static images, and they're just moving the camera around. And we know this one here. Why is it stopped? Oh, they're zooming in now. This one here looks like it's on a piece of wire. But it's not. It's actually a static photograph as well, isn't it? Let's see, how would they have done that one? Several photographs of the lights blinking, maybe? I just need to go back to where it is. I suppose it could be on a wire. And they keep mucking around with it, I think. Billy Meyer rubbish. His was models as well. I suppose it could be on a wire. And they edited it out. Yeah, it's got to be faking it. Yeah, so let's see. What I thought it could be is something like this, where you put a magnet inside the model, which could be 3D printed. It could easily be 3D printed, put some LEDs on it, and just spray painted gold. And levitate it on one of these, which spins it around, makes it more believable, and then it won't wobble around like it does with cable. I'm not sure if that plays or not. Let's have a look. Yeah, this one plays, I think, was it? I thought it was an animated gift. but generally it spins in the field. So all you need to do is bring up the camera close here and just film underneath and top, and then you got a perfect UFO spinning. But now I've looked into close-ups. It's definitely on fishing wire, I think, and it's edited it out. But if I was going to fake it, this is how I would do it. 3D print one, have it hovering and spinning around, and do a close-up, and then you can just add it to anything you wanted to. And because it hasn't got the wobble that you get with normal wind and fishing line, you'd have a perfect thing. So yeah, bronze color flying saucer. We definitely looked this up now, and definitely can see it's faked, right? Levitating UFO model. Let's see if we can find something. They got the speaker. Let's have a look at that one. So this would be the best way in doing it, and of course they can either have a battery in it for the LEDs, right? Or as it spins, it induces a current in it, and actually there's enough spinning in it to actually drive the LEDs, because LEDs don't need much current. You see, that would be perfect. You can see there's a slight wobble. So if it's too big, it's too big, and you can see the table. But you could probably edit out the table though. But this one's not the best. You want a little tiny one. Still pretty cool though. Let's see what else we got. Magic UFO levitates. Is that the... That's a handheld one. So this is a way to do it. Of course, that one works by spinning it yourself and no batteries. So you got to lift it up while it's spinning on a piece of plastic. Well, that one went up fairly high then. Yeah, went off balance. See, the electric one, you don't have that problem because it self-adjusts. But this is using permanent magnets, right? And it's using central fuels to try and keep it in the middle. Just skim it. Don't think you can get it very high though. But you can see though, if you use so you could put it all in the same background color, like green screen, right? You could even make this block green, and you can actually take that out in editing software, right? And then you got a nice spinning UFO for videos, right? So that's how I would do it. And you'd have the ultimate hoax of the century. American Science Surprise. What's that one? Same idea. So it doesn't have to be very big, but it can be very big, it can be very small. I want someone that's in between though. But I don't think that's how it's done. That's way too clever. Now think about it. It's all the same ones by the looks of it. What's that one saying? Yep. The spinning top one. It's amazing how many people got the same type of video up. Crazy, isn't it? Why don't they do something different? That one might be different. Let's have a look at that one. This guy might be doing something a wee bit different. He's holding it up from the top, which would be a better way of filming it, right? So you could zoom into there, make sure there's no crap in the way, of course. So he's got this up here. Let's see. Yeah, you have to get rid of those wires, mate, to make it more believable. See, that would be the best way in doing it. And you can turn the lights on and off too, probably. That's a fairly good size one too, see? Let's muck around with the current too. Yeah, that'd be the way. Of the day. See, these guys are hoaxes. Rotating or spinning. Up to it. UFO model. Have it spin on spinning. Shoving hoaxes out their ideas, though, should I? Anyway, we want to see if we can match that model. I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. Someone will know it's out there. Gold, some bronze, UFO. Oh. You never know, you might find it today. UFO. Bronze coloured UFO design. Okay. Here we go. I'm pretty sure I flipped through so many images that I've seen it before. But I'm damned if I can find it now. I suppose we should move on. So it's a copper UFO. There's a UFO light. Cool. Bronze alien. Lots of interesting stuff you can find online. We'll find them the correct one. See, there's old what do you call it? Ebensky one. Yeah. Someone will know what it is. Let's see. I wonder if Scott's looked at it. I haven't even bothered checking his. Probably been wasting my time. He's already probably pinned it. Let's see. Has he bothered with that one? Probably be CGI. Or something like that, probably. Oh, he's swearing. Fuck, man. Many question about alleged UFO sighting. Okay. What's he saying it is? to fake news. Alright, news school project. That's the one we're going to look at next. It was fake, was it? Okay. French article with more information. Fake news project, but it didn't say the video was fake though. Okay. Because I did actually do some research on that one. So what's this one here? Oh, sorry. He's normally blocked me though. I think he's blocked me. But it's probably showing up here because I'm not logged in. Yes, which is kind of stupid. Blocking on Twitter is just pointless. Just log out and then you can actually read their pages as long as it's public, which it generally is. Okay, what are we here? Oh no, a prank. I thought I recognised that. Richard Branson, eh? A UFO balloon that he flew over and everybody thought it was a real one. April Fools, yeah. So he hasn't put anything up with that one we're looking at. Okay, too hard basket maybe? Or just doesn't want to waste his time on it. Another one that's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's a toy, isn't it? Oh, there's a levitating one. Okay. With LEDs on it though, it's got to be a fair size. 2 inches or bigger, I'd say. Diameter. Nope. Look at those ones. Glow in the dark. Bookmark. That's a strange looking bookmark. A bronze UFO toy, maybe. See, that's another one that could be used, right? That one's got a fan in it. But it's not as good as a levitating table because you can actually make it look solid. Obviously, you can see this has got too many holes in to be believable. Yeah, there's a... What is that? UFO spinning. Is it above magnet though? So that would be something like this, more like this, you see then. Is that like a holder and then you slide that off and spin it around? I don't know. Let's have a look at that one. Suspension, steam engine, metal engine model, education. Steam? I don't see any steam. Is that all we got? Oh. Where's the steam? Alright, that's a Bunsen burner. Heats up the water in there and spins it around. So yeah, that one doesn't float. Okay, what's this one here? Amazon. Yeah, it doesn't say much about that one. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to find it. But it was worth a look. What's this one? That almost looks like it's got reflective white bits on it. But I don't think it's that. Doesn't match. reckon this is that. Wouldn't take much. Kind of like a bronze bowl. Actually, another one is less. That's a different one. And I've stuck on some LEDs. Whether they're turning on, I don't know. It's hard to tell, isn't it? It could be just a light reflecting off them. Because it's always out of focus. It's got to be a self-made one. Okay, let's try bronze bowl. Okay, let's see what comes up with that. That's probably where I've seen it, actually. Okay, we've got a round one here. $850. That's a... It would fit the shape of that there. Actually, that kind of groups down a bit, doesn't it? Looks different now to what it was before. Come on. Where is it? Come on. I clicked on it before and it was there. It looked like it was drooping down a bit on the corners. Yeah, we're seeing that one. We want to see it fully, not those dopes on there. Focus. That comes in. Then we see the bright bits. I don't think they are LEDs, are they? I think it's just because it's focused. Is it? They're blinking out? They could be LEDs. See, it looks like curves around there. Come on. So frustrating, this video. Now it's zooming in. Okay, looks like it's drooping down there. Why? Why is it drooping down? We didn't see that before in the close-up, did we? See, look, looks like a droop. Droop and a droop. Damn, I'm sure I've seen this somewhere before. Yeah. 100% fake.
Interesting to perhaps entertain that what we're seeing in the way of illumination might actually be self-powered and not just reflections. Honestly, this craft reminds me of the Bob Lazar sports model, perhaps intertwined with Billy Meyer's beaded.
Yeah, someone's modeled it off Billy Meyer and whatnot. Bob Lazar's one. That's why I think it might be CGI and not actually a model. And the LEDs could be also faked, right? Bronze. Yeah, see, that's got a bit of a curvature. See that there? That's what I was thinking. It's got that curvature happening. And then a different bowl on top. And if it's rotated a bit, and you're going to see it straight on. See, that looks like something that would go on the top. I ain't got the picture now. See, we don't see that curvature now. You see what I mean? So it must have rotated.
Nation might actually be self.
Want the blurry bit again. So there's the droops
Of the object, and the interesting thing
is it rotating
here is that
around?
these pod-like protuberances also appear to be
See, there's the curvature bit. And the curvature on that one. It looks like that dole we're looking at.
blinking while they're away
And
from.
that looks like a lip there. I reckon someone's made it. Yeah, we're not going to figure it out. What else we got on this one? I think that's all of it. And just repeating that. Okay, next one. Then we better wrap up. This next one's fairly easy though. That was the hardest one. Got to spend an hour or so on it, which we have. So the last one, this one here, I think. So it looks like Scott skipped past that one because he didn't want to waste his time on it.
Tonight, going over video and photographic.
So we know that's a car pulley. I've already sussed that one out, and that's the one that Brent fabricated. But yeah, where's the lights in the sky? Actually, that might be the new one. Looks like I missed it again. Was that the start of that one? Was it? Yeah, it might.
And
have
it's
been. Oh, here we go.
That's why I was like, wait a minute, man. So what's going on with this? And then the photos. So it's as if we're getting more evidence because it is a very special event. So I think people are sending in their evidence. And when it splits into three, the only time I've ever seen that was in CGI or things that were too far away. You couldn't tell.
So when I saw that split apart, it looked like 3 spotlights. But we're not seeing the beams, and it's just reflecting off a cloud layer there. And which is get over nightclubs. Sorry, I have coughing. I got that bug.
What you were looking at. I don't know, man.
Okay, so you can see these lights are actually must be real because we're getting lens flare from a bright light, and I think it's coming from that light there.
And if this is legit, then
see that? That's moving around with that.
We're in for a ride because
I don't think it's that.
I almost forgot to say that light is in the sky. Now let me tell you.
So what I did on this one, I noticed it's like a green, blue. So I'll just post that one previously first. Fake UFO, Bronze UFO. Spent too much on that one. Done. This one here. So I did research and I've pinned it all into this one here. 3 UFOs in the sky, or 3 lights. But as Scott said, it was a school project to produce fake news to see how many people believed it. And guess who believed it? The other fakers. Okay, but not us. So let's just open this up. So yeah, I did a search on Montreal, and that's one of the pictures that come up. Looks like 3 spotlights there. And that's meant to be the casino next door, and that's probably part of the hotel complex for it. Now, doesn't that look like the same colour? So far we're seeing the beams, because it's a different time of day, and maybe it's more foggy there. So I thought, well, yeah, normally they put spotlights moving around, right? Like, what do you call it? Century Fox, is it? Or whatever it's called. Movie spotlights, well, moving. Let's have a look. There must be something that's similar out there. I don't think it's CGI. I think it's fake news, but they filmed the lights from something like the building like that and put it out on the web to see how many people would buy into it. But we'll find out. We'll read the article. But I'll just see if I'm wrong. Alright. Spotlights. Casino. No beams. I wonder if we can get... Okay. We want a video. Now there was something similar in the UK where they had a train that was moving on the railway, which so the lights were always moving, and it had a constant laser beam going up, and it was lighting up the clouds, just like that. And stealth beam. You probably know what I mean though. Quad beam. So we can see the beams on those ones. I said no beam. Now this one, it's got the beam. And it's going the wrong direction. Probably lasers, maybe. Guards and casino. Well, let's try laser. What weapon there? Laser. I think I've got something on the end. Moving laser. Here we go. That one can see the beams. Beams. I know I've seen it on cloud cover where it's moving around and you can't see the beams. That's what I'm looking for. I know in a nightclub you normally want the beams though, because it looks pretty good. But at the top of the thing, sometimes you ain't going to see the beams in the sky. Building, maybe? There'll be something there for a good comparison. Probably ain't going to find it. It's always good to have a match, right? And you can prove beyond doubt it matches what's in the video. That's a moving. Try lights. See if that comes up. A cloud. Clouds. Okay. Let's have a look at that one. Oh, they're actually clouds. Cloud lamp. No. They're all doing the thing. We're not gonna win. No winning. Okay. Lights, cloud, lights on cloud. And that's gonna give it the same results. I give up. Cool, just Cool cloud light. No. Coolest, not it's cool, man, not cool as in cold. Okay, so yeah. Not too sure what to type in then. Cloud lamp. Let's have a look at that. Oh, great. Crappy page. It's a sound. I ain't gonna bother with that one. Let's see. Pin spotlights. Try that. Pretty sure most of you out there know what I'm talking about though. They have them outside the places and they're moving left to right just like in that video. They form together and then split apart.
There's an anomaly that happens when you record a light at night looking at the black sky. And even during the day, if you're aiming towards or near the sun or a bright light, you see a real tiny speck of light that is reflecting off of the lens on back to the frame. There. So you can see everything. And also this little dot. And I know you know about the dot, that wherever you move, that little dot will be all over the place. And we see this anomaly because that light is in the
spotlight separating.
You hit the nail on.
It says so like this light on top of this building here. Join together and then separate. Okay, and whereabouts was the casino? Well, there's the airport. They said it was filmed from the airport. And there's the casino. Okay, so that would be probably the right distance away from that. So that's a bit of research I did quickly on it. Yeah, Scott put out something too, so let's go back to his page quickly and have a look. Wrap up. I think we've covered it now. And a couple of days I'll do another episode, no doubt. I was hoping to get onto MUFON. Let's see, how do they do it? Is it building lights or is it fake? Yep. So, right, they've got a handheld torch. There you go. Is that what they're doing? So it's not on top of the building. Oh no, they're taking it from different angles. So how are they doing it? I suppose you've got to read the text. A video for them making it would be the best thing, wouldn't it? Does that play? Nope. Damn it. Can we see a beam on that one? That's on a different place, isn't it? So how are they doing it? Editing it? That's not too clear how they're doing it. Because he's taking a picture and it's there on the sky. So how do we translate this page, Google? Just got a way to translate it. Too much text probably. So what does it say? Lots of words when a video could show us. Hovering over the Montreal have been viewed hundreds of thousands of times. However, they are by 3D emanation. All produced students. The spotlights would have saved a lot of time editing. So it looks like it is CGI then. So yeah. the movement was stupid, because it looked like pin spotlights moving, you know, advertising the place. So they're not showing us how they're making it on computer at all on those images, which is kind of a shame. So what's it saying here? Airport denied the story. Deactivated the news page. Well, Facebook deactivates everything. And that's why I left it. For the introduction to cybercrime course at Polytechnic, talk by Professor. Concrete actions. That's too much reading. The student and his teachers say they were cautious in choosing which fake news to produce as part of the project. There's nothing political or religious. I don't know, UFO field is religious. So what's it say here? Fake profile and the name. So that's one about the news site, but 3 lights floating in the sky. Of course, that lives forever now. You can't get rid of fakes on the web. It just circulates around every year. New people get sucked in by it. "3D animation, professionally produced on behalf of the students." So they didn't do it themselves then. Expect to make such noise on social. Of course they did. That third phase made millions of dollars from it. And they still are. They've still got it up. What year was that? When was it made? I'll post a link to it anyway. So it looks like I was wrong. But yeah, mine was a pretty good guess. I knew it was faked, but not. It had to either be CGI or lights, right? So it wasn't terribly wrong. Canada, 3 fake spots, or 3 lights. So if they did that in CGI, right, that means they added in the lens flare too. But I was just trying to work out why there was only 1 lens flare when there was 3 lights. Normally you'd get 3, unless it was faded, of course. So that there should have picked. I should have picked up that it couldn't have been 3 spotlights. It was made and had some errors in it. But anyway. Oh no, what happened there? Did I hit thing when I copied it? Might because did I copy it wrong? Let's see. Damn it. Did 2. Canada, 3 fake lights. And how do I delete old messages here? Oh, that's changed. I used to have an icon next to it. What have they done? They've turned it off. No, I got it turned on. Why can't I see them? Yeah? Maybe it doesn't put it next to my name. Oh, that's strange. How'd you edit your own messages then? Empty. Looks like I might have to edit out after when I post up the comments and links. Alright, so there you go. I'm not sure how he found it, but someone would have told. So what year was it anyway? Must have been recent, was it? 30th. Okay, we got that. We don't have that bit. 30th of March, is it? So it must be this year. So it's pretty recent then. Why doesn't it tell us there? Industries. Doesn't say much, but how he felt in recent days, and it popped up, right? Because I found anyway, doesn't matter. Something. Oh, got it. Anyway, time for bed. 30 in the morning. And yeah, we got there in the end. So, sum up. Fake. What was the first one? I can't remember what the first one was now. One was a model that was photographed several times, probably. Rotated it a wee bit. Turned on the lights. And then they just animated it, faked it. The lights were faked with CGI software. What was the first one? I can't remember now. Let's see. Why doesn't it scroll up here? It does. Can't even see it. Mothership, that's right. That's stereo. So it was fake, and more fake. So that whole thing should be taken down, right? All these videos that still got clicked in with clickbait headers should all be removed. Fake. Right, we didn't even look at the last one they had up here, did we? Let's have a quick look at that one.
I really think that the
world
is seeing more, and that is hence why they are awake. Let me throw in another thing before.
That kind of looks like plane lights, wingtip, and front landing lights coming this way. Okay, where's the original video? It's just a photograph where the other lights are not blinking, maybe. Okay.
I want to get everybody's thoughts on the panel right now, so let's take it out to Doc Skinner from 1028 Productions. What's your thoughts, Doc?
This is astonishing because this is the exact
he says it with every video they've got, and they're all fakes.
In a previous show a few nights ago of the mothership over Uruguay.
You
this
dumbass.
Is so the fact that we are back on this is
either he's a liar. I don't know, he doesn't look like a trustworthy face to me. Or he's just not up with what we're doing on the web here.
Just wow. So yes, this is the video that I saw long
Unfortunately,
ago.
He's got the same last name as me, so hopefully people don't think that's me. He's a disgrace.
And that had the alien, and I thought from my memory that it was in a window, but it was this one. Now,
no, that was Mr. Ed, wasn't it? So that was totally
CGI
faked.
No. I don't think there was any CGI in this footage at all.
Come on.
If this was at all a hoax, this was a set on location.
Alright, so it's all again over
With
old
an actor.
footage. Okay, so what was the title of it? What the heck? Lifeform walking into spacecraft. So it's all repeating old stuff, Mr. Ed. Fake, fake, fake. All of it. A smartphone, it's so blurry. Come on. No way, it's not possible. And that looks like a plane, where it's been edited, obviously, again. That's crap. All crap. So how many views are getting for that? I've only just put it up. 6.5. Now, is anyone complaining to him? There's got to be a few complaints here, surely. T-phrase, always a pleasure. I'm sure they come to laugh. They must do. I just don't understand people. Antarctica nonsense again. I think they're real. Looks like to me like a bunch of Boy Scouts making s'mores. I'm not sure what that is. Second one, a hole in the ground and some dirt, and I must have missed that one. So they must be running out of material to keep putting up crap like this. Go to bed, everyone. Happy Easter, snores. Indeed, it's Easter. Easter Sunday here. And enough of this crap. But these guys are making obviously too much money off this stuff. 41,000 for those lights. And the UFO. And that one, 58,000. Was that the... Which one was that one? Stereo and the bronze fake UFO. What did they say on this one? Finally, clarity. Yeah, it's a still photograph of fake blurriness added to it. Yeah. Well, several photographs by the looks of it. Great footage. What else we got? Any other stupid comments? Nah, let's get a bed. Enough is enough. 3 hours gone. Did I post that one? I didn't I? So I was wrong. Damn it. But I wasn't far wrong. Okay, so let's close that one. And wind up for the night. But that one did have us going for a while. But yeah, no movement, just artificial moving around the camera. 100% proven. I should have kept some of those. I could zoom up on them, I suppose. Need to create a thumb. What's that one? We'll just keep a couple of them. Stereo one, I think. Check the rest. I need to make a thumbnail for it. So, stereo, fake, bronze, fake. 100% faked. I'll just call it UFO there. And the last one was 3 lights. CGI. Okay. I can't even spell. I'm getting too tired now, probably. Okay. And I better get some sleep because I got to go out tomorrow. Now I had it right there. Don't know what's going on with me. That's it. Drag it on the other screen because I got to work over there next. I'll say good night. I don't know if anyone's still here watching or not. Good night and drive safe. And happy Easter holidays. Paul Skinner, nothing to do with Dot Skinner. And I need to edit out that crap I posted there about some other news event. Normally what I do is I download the chat comments and add it under the pinned comment on YouTube and also post a copy on BitChute. So I closed down the alien. I thought the timing was out there, but it's probably okay. Probably slightly out here, and it's probably perfect on the video. It's meant to be, but anyway. Where's my... Is it coming up? Again, sometimes. Good night, everybody. Happy Easter. 2 live streams done today. 2.5 before, and 3-hour one. 5 hours plus. Crazy. Thanks for the follower. But yeah, these Live-391 can go on a bit, as you see. But you can see my initial findings. It's well worth checking them out and see if you're correct. Initial ones. And what's the 3? This wasn't wrong, it's fake. Yeah, it seemed ready to try short episode.